Greetings, everyone. Hope all of you are having an absolutely fantastic day. You know the drill. We're ranking all the Pillars of Eternity classes. If you need a refresher on basic mechanics, there's a link in the description to my 2023 Pillars of Eternity Beginner's Guide. Let me know down in the comments if you found the information in this video helpful or have any feedback regarding my rating. Let's jump into the 7th class of this series, Paladin. Paladins have a near fanatical devotion to a specific order, and they channel these feelings into incredible feats of martial prowess. The core mechanic of this class is Faith and Conviction, which provides a +4 bonus to deflection while providing a +8 bonus to all of your other defenses. These bonuses will increase based on how much your dispositions align with the preferences of your order. At max level, you will receive a +7 bonus to deflection and a +14 bonus to all other defenses. If you have a party member who is a paladin, then the bonuses scale automatically as their level increases. Paladins get a +2 bonus to athletics and a +1 bonus to lore. Second wind from athletics is very useful for frontline fighters, and lore is always a great choice to make your main character more persuasive. Paladins get average endurance, high health, average accuracy, and average deflection. Don't let these mediocre increases fool you. Paladins are arguably the best tanks in the game. Paladins get to choose an order, which almost serves as a subclass for them. Each option has specific disposition preferences and lore within the world. It's very important to choose an order that aligns with how you want to roleplay, not only for mechanical reasons, but also because there will sometimes be reactions or dialogue that align with what's expected from your order. In addition, each order provides talents that change one or more of your paladin abilities, and I'll explain those changes as we walk through the levels. Starting at level 1, you can select one of 2 paladin abilities. Flames of Devotion can be used twice per encounter and causes your equipped weapons to burst into flames, making your attacks more accurate while also dealing additional burn damage. The damage is okay, but this ability unlocks other options, and depending on your build, it could be very powerful. There are multiple orders that provide a talent that you can select to change Flames of Devotion at level 2. The Bleak Walker's talent can add 25% additional corrode damage to the ability. Dark Cozy's will automatically trigger a flame shield that absorbs a small amount of freeze damage while also dealing burn damage to enemies that hit you. Paladina's order, which I won't even try to pronounce, lets you select a talent that gives all allies a 20% increase to attack speed when using Flames of Devotion. This is a big deal, since for many characters, attack speed plays a critical role in how much punishment they can inflict. Gold Pack Knights can apply 50% additional damage to the ability as damage over time. Kind Wayfarers can use the ability to heal nearby allies, which again could be fantastic if your main role is that of a healer. Finally, Shield Bearers can get a talent that grants allies a +10 bonus to deflection when using this ability. This option is also very nice because again, deflection is difficult for many characters to increase. Overall, I think the attack speed upgrade is the best option, and unfortunately, you can only get it if you are using Paladina. The other option is Lay on Hands, which is available twice per encounter and allows you to heal a friendly target within 3 meters for a considerable amount of endurance. Even if your paladin is not going to be a healer, it might be worth picking it up just because it makes your character more self-sufficient. It also doesn't hurt to have multiple characters on the team who can throw out a heal when needed. If you choose the Shield Bearer order, then you'll also be able to select Shielding Touch at level 2, which gives allies a +12 bonus to deflection whenever you heal them with Lay on Hands. Deflection is very difficult for some classes to increase, so this is an option to consider. At level 2, you get more unique talents to choose from. If you selected Lay on Hands at level 1, then at level 2 you can select Greater Lay on Hands, which increases the amount of healing you can gain from the ability. If your paladin is focused on healing, this is a no-brainer, and honestly, there's a case to be made that you should pick this up even if you aren't a healer. 2 orders have talent options here that are not tied with base paladin mechanics. Kind Wayfarers can get Strange Mercy, which causes nearby allies to gain endurance anytime you defeat an opponent. Bleak Walkers can select the Black Path, which causes all nearby enemies to become frightened every time you kill an enemy. Frightened foes have their resolve and dexterity reduced by 2, while their accuracy is reduced by 10. Healing always connects, whereas some enemies are immune to Frighten, or it may be very difficult to hit them with that status, so personally I think Strange Mercy is a superior option. If you selected Flames of Devotion at level 1, then you have access to Intense Flames, which increases the damage from Flames of Devotion by 25%. If you plan to use this all the time, then the upgrade is a no-brainer. The last talent you can select at this level is Deep Faith, which will provide a +2 bonus to deflection and a +3 bonus to all other defenses for your Faith and Conviction passive. More defense is always nice, so if you want to be more tanky, definitely pick this up. At level 3, you get 3 new modal abilities to choose from, and they can only be used one at a time. Consequently, for most builds, it only makes sense to choose one of them. Zealous Focus provides all allies within 4 meters a bonus of +6 to accuracy and a 15% chance to convert grazes to hits. Fantastic buff, and personally, I think it's the best option. Enemies are hard to hit in this game, and the accuracy bonus will help your entire team, plus this ability has an upgrade that makes it even better. The next option is Zealous Charge, which gives your allies a +2 move speed and a +15 bonus to defense when disengaging. Nope. This option doesn't provide you anything that's particularly compelling. The last ability is Zealous Endurance, which provides a +3 bonus to damage reduction and 15% chance to convert hits into grazes for your entire team. More defense is always nice, so this isn't a terrible choice, but in comparison to what you could have, I just don't think it makes any sense. At level 4, if you chose Zealous Focus, you can select Critical Focus, which converts 5% of your team's hits into crits. Connecting with critical hits on a regular basis can only help you, and this ability makes that a little bit easier. Great stuff. At level 5, you get 3 more abilities to choose from. Inspiring Triumph is a passive that provides a +7 bonus to all defenses for a considerable length of time whenever you down an enemy. This is a great way to make your Paladin more tanky, but keep in mind your Paladin is plenty tanky without it, and there are some other great options you might want to consider. Liberating Exhortation can be used twice per encounter and allows you to suspend hostile effects on an ally for a long period of time. This is a monster ability because enemies love stacking debuffs on you, and sometimes your priest isn't prepared to protect your party properly. With this, you can take an ally who has been completely shut down and get them right back in the fight. Even on a damage-focused Paladin, it's hard not to recommend this. If you have chosen Darkozy as your order, then at level 6 you can take a talent that will give allies a +10 bonus to accuracy when using this ability. Again, accuracy is always nice to have, especially for your mages. Gold Pack Knights can take a talent that gives allies immunity to charmed, dominated, and confused afflictions for 15 seconds when using this ability. Those are exactly the type of afflictions that would make you use this ability, so this is actually very nice, although I probably give more weight to the accuracy bonus. Last on the list is Sworn Enemy, which can be triggered once per encounter and marks a target, giving you a bonus of 20% to damage against that enemy, along with a bonus of +15 to accuracy against that character as well. Fantastic stuff that makes your Paladin significantly more deadly. At level 6, if Paladin is selected Sworn Enemy, then you can get its upgrade Wrath of the 5 Suns, which causes 5 flame orbs to launch toward the target, doing solid burn damage with a large amount of damage reduction bypass as well. This is another monster ability that flat out melts foes. If you take this, Flames of Devotion, and the upgrades, along with a few other things that increase fire damage, then any Paladin becomes a force on the battlefield. At level 7, you get 4 more abilities. Deprive the Unworthy suspends beneficial effects on an enemy. This isn't worth it, because many of the most powerful enemies aren't powerful because of buffs that can be stripped. Agates of Loyalty causes enemies to take an accuracy penalty on attacks against you if they are charmed, dominated, or confused. You also will do a minimum amount of damage to those foes, and hits by you will end those same effects on your allies. Personally, I don't think this is worth it, because enemies who are charmed or dominated are attacking each other or standing around most times, so you don't really need to worry about how much damage they are doing to you, plus you won't want the effect to end prematurely. Reviving Exhortation is available once per encounter and allows you to raise an unconscious ally. I would say you should avoid allies being downed, and if you absolutely need to pick someone up, do it through a scroll instead of taking an ability. Coordinated attacks gives one ally a +10 bonus to accuracy when they attack the same opponent as you. A fantastic buff that is easy to trigger, so I would definitely pick this up. At level 9, you get 3 more abilities to choose from. Reinforcing Exhortation gives one ally a plus 25 bonus to deflection. This is a fantastic option to protect someone with weak defenses who is really critical to the team. Righteous Soul gives you a plus 15 bonus to defenses against Charmed, Dominated, Frightened, Terrified, Poison, and Disease afflictions. You also reduce the duration of these afflictions by 5 seconds. Definitely makes you more tanky, but most of these can be dealt with by just having a quality priest defending your team. Hastening Exhortation is available 3 times per rest and gives your entire team a 20% bonus to attack speed. Again, increasing attack speed is a fantastic way to accelerate your damage output, and I definitely recommend picking this up. Before we review the last 3 levels, let me remind you that this channel has a free Discord available to you to join, and the link is in the description. If you enjoyed this video, I would also appreciate you hitting the like button. It really helps the channel out, and if you want to support this kind of content, please consider becoming a member of the channel, where you will get access to full playthrough episodes. At level 11, you can select Healing Chain, which targets one ally and then jumps to up to 6 allies and heals them for a significant amount. Once again, if healing is your focus, this is a fantastic ability to have in your arsenal. At level 13, you get 2 more abilities to choose from. Sacred Immolation is available once per encounter and allows you to deal a small amount of raw damage to yourself while bursting into flames that damage enemies for a significant amount of damage while also healing allies. Another monster ability, especially if your Paladin is focused on fire, this is a must-have. Abjuration is available once per encounter and does a massive amount of raw damage against one summon or spirit creature. There are a ton of these type of creatures in the game, and some of the spirits especially can be difficult to deal with, so this is not a bad pickup. Finally, at level 15, you unlock Behold the Martyr, which can be used once per encounter on a fallen ally and provides buffs to all of your other allies. By now you know I am not a fan of planning around party members dying, so this doesn't appeal to me. One talent I am not able to list here is Untroubled Faith, which is available when you have negative disposition effects, and that talent allows you to clear them. I would recommend you avoid choosing the wrong disposition options and save yourself the talent point. Overall, I rate this class an S, and honestly, it's hard to go wrong with Paladin. Fantastic tanks, great damage, phenomenal healing, and the buffs are really nice as well. From a role-playing standpoint, Paladin is a great time as all of the orders have a lot of built-in history that you learn more about as you travel the world. Being a Watcher doesn't conflict with this at all, so that also gives Paladin a leg up on some other classes. Unfortunately, how much reactivity you have in the game is based heavily on what order you take, as Bleak Walkers and Wayfarers get twice as much unique dialogue as your other options. Even with one of them, you are still going to get less reactivity than a priest or cipher would have. Also, Paladin, to a lesser extent, suffers from the same issue as Fighter in that there's a case to be made that Palagina is your best option for this class, considering she could do things that you are not able to do. Paladins are awesome, so I wouldn't necessarily say that 2 of them on the same team is a crowd, but this is still something to consider. That completes my ranking of the Paladin class. Hope all of you enjoyed this video. Take care!